So it's left to men like Davis Younts to fight for these Navy SEALs.
You know, I represent Navy SEAls, fighter pilots, Coast Guard rescue swimmers.
Pennsylvania attorney R. Davis Younts successfully defended an evangelical Navy lieutenant.
Lawyer R. Davis Younts says by doing this, the military may have violated the constitutional rights of U.S. troops.
You are an attorney who has successfully defended naval officers.
Cassidy's arrested, and he's charged with fourth-degree criminal mischief. He's been released, and Americans are rallying behind him. Let's bring in Michael Cassidy and his attorney, Davis Younts. So, Michael, was this something that you plotted, or is this something you just did on the spur of the moment?
Thanks for having me, Jesse. This was certainly a spur of the moment kind of thing. I saw that this was going on. I was surprised that the legislature allowed it up and that they didn't do anything to take it down, just to take it down. And so I got to the Capitol and I didn't know what to expect when I got there. Just like that scene in Illinois with tons of people chanting and whatnot. I didn't know what was going to be there, but nobody was there. And it offended me. It touched a nerve. It was, righteous indignation. I'd call it, Christian civil disobedience. And yeah, so I took the statue that was there and or the idol, whatever you want to call it, and then it's no longer there.
How precisely did you decapitate Satan?
Pulled his head off.
Just pulled the head right off and let it crash on the ground.
Pulled it off, and then it's just some cheap fabric, probably like, I don't know, $5, $10, something like that. Tore it off, pulled it apart, put it in a garbage bag, and then I went down to security and told them what I did. I wasn't running away or anything like that. I told them what I did. They were very professional. Then they gave me the citation and sent me on my way.
All right, and then beams of light started to shoot down from the heavens right onto your head, I'm sure. Okay, Counselor, you right now, I think, was it Biden-Harris? Didn't they bail out the people that toppled the statue of Thomas Jefferson? Do you expect Democrats maybe to help fund or help donate to your client's GoFundMe here? This is Satan.
No,
not really in the same league as Jefferson.
No, we certainly don't expect those kind of donations, but there have been a lot of people that have come together and been incredibly generous and have wanted to stand by a Christian who was taking a stand for good. This is obviously a question of good and evil, and it's important in our society. We recognize that. So that's really what motivated Michael to do this. And there's a lot of people that are willing to stand by him, and we will ensure everything is done possible to make sure he gets the equal protection under the law. Absolutely.
I mean, these satanic people, do they legally have a right to erect this dopey thing? Because it doesn't even seem like they're a real religion.
So that's a great question. Under the First Amendment, under our case law, there has not been a single case that has ever found that Satanism can be considered a religion under our Constitution.
Okay.
And even more than that, even more than that, blasphemy laws, anti-blasphemy laws have been upheld by our Supreme Court into the 20th century.
So okay, so why are the politicians in Iowa allowing it?
Fear. They're afraid to take a stand, and they're afraid to challenge this when the law is clear. And regardless of that, they're afraid to challenge evil. And that's what we need to do. But that's the problem with Christians and the church in this country. We have to be able to take a stand. We cannot buy into the myth of neutrality in the public square. Otherwise, we get chaos.
As I said, I'm not really into toppling statues, but if there was one statue in the whole country that deserves toppling, it's definitely Satan. Guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jesse. Thank you for having us on.